Some days ago, I was talking to a young man, and I told him, I said, I have just one advice for you. And I told him, I said, if you take this advice, you will have less problems in your life. So he said to me, sir, go ahead. I told him, I said, I will not be in a hurry. I'll talk to you calmly. Now, what was the one advice I told him? I told him, know the voice of God. How many of you know that the voice of God is one of the greatest assets any Christian should have? I told him, know the voice of God. Then I gave him an example. There was a day that Mama came out. I've said these things many times and I will keep saying it. Mama came out of our street. We were living in Eme Avenue then. She came out to Mboshimini by Eme and she stood in front there. And she had a voice that told her, leave this place now. She left. She just moved away from the place. It was not up to a minute. Let's say a few minutes after, a vehicle ran into that place and smashed the wall. If she did not know the voice of God, she would have been crippled from that time to today. I told the young man, I said, no matter how much your pastor loves you, there are many things your pastor cannot do for you. Your pastor is not supposed to know God for you. Your pastor is not supposed to hear God for you. You as a believer should know God for yourself. Know the voice of God for yourself. This is the error that many Christians are making today. A lot of Christians believe that they need to go to somewhere for somebody to tell them the Lord is saying this, the Lord is saying that, the Lord is saying this. Friends, hear this. God can still use people to talk to you. But don't forget that after the service has closed, everybody will go back home. I grew up in a church where a woman left a 3 days fasting, back to work. And where she works, she used to board Okada with her grandchild. She takes Okada with her grandchild because she teaches in the same primary school where the grandchild attends. And after a 3 days fasting, the next day she went to school with the grandchild. And when they closed, she came back from school. She climbed on Okada with the grandchild, not knowing that that was the day she will die. A vehicle now rushed in and smashed this woman and her grandchild. And the cyclist man, the bike guy, and 3 of them died at the spot. She came out of a 3 days dry fasting in the church. There were several prophecies that took place in that meeting. A lot of prophecies came out in that meeting. But they did not see that her death was going to come the day after. They didn't see it. Because the Bible said we prophesy in parts. We cannot prophesy in full. Nobody can tell you the full story of your life, whether the past or the future. Nobody can do it. That is why you need to know the voice of God for yourself. You need to know the voice of God for yourself. You need to know God for yourself.